Hello, my motor enthusiasts. Saddle up because today we're going to chat about Yuki Tsunoda, the promising driver from Red Bull Racing's AlphaTauri. You're locked in to F1 Motor Fever podcast.
Tsunoda, the young lad who loves food, activities, and singing. Quite the character he is, isn't he?
Absolutely, William. He's got a spirit that's as vibrant as his racing. He's not just a fast driver, but also an avid foodie and a potential band member.
Fancy that, forming a band in the paddock. Now, who would join this moustache dreamers?
Well, he's got his eyes on Daniel Ricciardo and Kevin Magnussen. Seems like having a moustache might be a ticket to join this F1 band.
Oh, I can't wait to see how that turns out. And speaking of food, what's his ultimate meal choice?
Tacos to kick things off, followed by seafood lobster pasta and a grand finale of Japanese Wagyu steak. Certainly has a taste for the finer things, our lad.
Indeed he does. And what about his proudest moment in F1 so far?
His performance at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix last year, where he impressively qualified in P6. He's got his eye on the championship in the coming years.
A young, ambitious, and lively chap. This is going to be a fun one, folks. Stay tuned for more on Tsunoda's journey.
Hey everyone, this is Enzo, your resident racing enthusiast and Formula One fanatic.
And pairing up with him today, this is William, your guide to all things Formula One.
We're here every day, bringing you the hottest news in the fast lane on F1 Motor Fever podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and tap that notification bell, folks. It really helps us bring you more of these thrilling chats. Now, let's go full throttle. So folks, let's dive a bit deeper into the life of Tsunoda. When asked to describe himself in 3 words, he chose food, activities, and surprisingly his masterful singing abilities.
Haha, I wonder if we'll get a chance to hear him sing someday. Maybe in his band, the Moustache Dreamers.
Oh, absolutely. And wouldn't you believe it, he started driving just a month after his 19th birthday.
Really? But as far as I recall, the legal driving age in Japan is 20, isn't it?
Well, you're right. I was just pulling your leg. You can start going to driving school 3 months before your 20th birthday in Japan. He did have a bit of a hiccup during his first test though, ignoring a red signal.
Blimey, you had me there. Ignoring a red signal though, that's quite a misstep. But he made up for it in his second attempt, right?
Yes, he passed with flying colors the second time around. An admirable recovery, much like his performances on the track.
Speaking of the track, who does he consider his best mate in the paddock?
That would be Pierre Gasly, quite a nice bloke. They even caught up together in Dubai recently.
Camaraderie in the paddock. That's what makes Formula One a unique sport. It's not just about the drivers, but it's also about the team. It's how it looks like an individual sport, but it's actually teamwork.
Couldn't have said it better myself. We have a lot more fascinating insights on Yuki Tsunoda lined up for you, so stay tuned, folks. Now, isn't this fascinating? Tsunoda's best friend outside the paddock is another Japanese driver, Kazuto Kotaka. They've known each other since they were toddlers, believe it or not.
And they've never raced each other due to their age difference, correct?
Yes, that's right. Now, suppose Tsunoda were to invite 3 Formula One personalities to a dinner party. Who do you think would be on the guest list?
That's a tough one. Well, from the past, he's expressed admiration for James Hunt. I do wonder who from the present paddock he'd invite.
It seems he'd invite Daniel Ricciardo, Alex Albon, Lando Norris, and of course, his good friend Pierre Gasly. Quite a lively party, don't you think?
Indeed. And speaking of Ricciardo, it seems Tsunoda's quite taken with his moustache. Going by his wish to form a band called the Moustache Dreamers, it seems a moustache is a prerequisite for membership.
Ha ha ha. Imagine Kevin Magnussen and Valtteri Bottas sporting some stylish moustaches and rocking out on stage. Quite an amusing thought. Now, to our lovely audience, we've delved deep into Yuki Tsunoda's personality today. What do you think? Can you relate to his love for food, his admiration for his fellow racers, or perhaps his fondness for moustaches? Do drop us a line and let us know. Don't forget to hit that like button if you're enjoying our podcast. We've still got plenty more insights to share, so do stay with us. Onwards we go. Now let's delve a little into Tsunoda's culinary preferences, shall we? Imagine this, a dinner starting off with tacos, followed by seafood lobster pasta, and then a main course boasting Japanese Wagyu steak. Now that's a meal fit for a Formula One driver.
Oh, definitely. I can't help but wonder about the strangest gift he's ever received from a fan. Any idea?
Well, it's not so much strange as it is endearing. He received heartfelt letters from a young boy, including a drawing. It's these little gestures of affection that truly touch our hearts, isn't it?
Absolutely. It shows the profound impact these drivers have on their fans. Now, shifting gears a bit, what can you tell us about Tsunoda's proudest moment in Formula One so far?
His proudest moment would have to be his performance at last year's Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. His performance in the qualifiers earned him the 6th position. Although he wasn't able to maintain it in the race, it was still a proud moment for him and his team.
Indeed, qualifying P6 is no small feat. It just shows the potential he has. What about his goals? What's he aiming for in the future?
In 5 years' time, he hopes to be in a position where he can fight for a championship. Ambitious, isn't it? But then again, we're talking about a man who's as passionate about his racing as he is about his tacos. William, I believe it's time to delve into the ever-colorful world of online discussions. What's been stirring the pot on the internet lately?
Well, Enzo, we have a post here from Billy from London, and he says, quote, "A €4 billion deal that will see Liberty Media, the owner of Formula One motor racing, acquiring Dorna Sports, parent company of the MotoGP Motorsport Series, is expected to be announced in Madrid as early as tomorrow after months of talks with owner Bridgepoint." Unquote.
Oh, that's a big one. What's the general reaction?
Let's see, we have Alex from RF21 remarking, quote, "The monkey paw reacts with on-bike cameras that you have to pay per rider, a la carte style," unquote. Dragon Puncher adds, quote, "MotoGP already have a separate charge you have to pay if you want live timings during the race. They are worse than F1 in that regard," unquote.
Interesting. And what's the consensus on the potential impact of this deal on MotoGP?
Firefox72 seems quite cynical, suggesting that while there may be some short-term benefits, such as improvements to the streaming service and possibly some crossover races, they fear the long-term impact might not be so positive. They're concerned about ticket prices going up, streaming getting more expensive, and an influx of, quote, "nonsense gimmicks," unquote.
Ah, the classic struggle between short-term gains and long-term sustainability. Any other intriguing points?
Indeed, Enzo. Nighton has a rather different perspective, arguing that Liberty's reign has been far superior to Bernie Ecclestone's from the perspective of those who follow the sport on TV and online. Nighton even suggests that Liberty's content rivals network content like Sky's.
Fascinating stuff. Well, it's always good to have a finger on the pulse of the fan base. Gives us a different, perhaps more grounded perspective on the sport we all love. Thanks, William. That's all for today's episode of F1 Motor Fever Podcast, everyone. We've been racing through some hot topics, discussing everything from track performances to racing strategies. A big thank you to all our listeners for joining us on this journey. We appreciate your support and love hearing from you. So don't be a stranger. Drop a comment and share our podcast with your racing enthusiast mates. And if you haven't already, do hit that subscribe button and activate notifications so you won't miss a single episode. We've got a lot more in store for you.
Absolutely, Enzo. Keep those gears grinding and the conversation going. And remember, we'll be back tomorrow for another thrilling episode. I'm already excited to dive back into the world of Formula One with all of you. There's always something new happening on the track, isn't there?
Indeed, there is, William. We're always revved up and ready to bring you the latest and greatest in the world of Formula One. So until next time, thank you again for joining us on this journey. We look forward to seeing you at the next episode. William and Enzo, pedal to the metal. Keep your gaze on the road. Our channel's content is pure gold.